frustrate anybody else that we're not allowed to talk about what's really going on in our world? We're not allowed to talk about what's actually unfolding behind closed doors. We can't talk about Maui. We can't talk about North Carolina, and soon we won't be able to talk about LA. We're not supposed to know about the flood insurance that was canceled before North Carolina, and we're not supposed to know about the fire insurance that was canceled before LA. We can't talk about the color blue, and we definitely can't talk about the cities that are coming. We are not allowed to talk about what is really going on in our world. We can't talk about the shipping containers. We can't talk about why celebrities always look so young. We can't talk about what happens in the tunnels, and we definitely can't talk about what happens every single day beneath our feet. We can't talk about what is really going on in our world. Our world is not as it seems. Everybody that you see, that you look up to, our politicians, our celebrities, Hollywood, is not as it seems. Evil is running this world. And it is soon coming to a head, and Satan will step out onto center stage. The beast system is getting set up right in front of our eyes, and we are not allowed to talk about it.
Yo, want to welcome you all to the Just Talk Show. It's your boy, the Professor. Got my boy SG in the house. Just Talk Junior in the house. Just Talk MJ. And that boy Just Talk Ziggy in the house. I want to say we talking about tonight, we're going to talk about the TikTok ban that's going to take an effect on January 19th. This is something going back to 2017 when ByteDance took over, or, they bought the app musical.ly and it merged into TikTok in 2017. It's based in Beijing. That's in China, y'all. That's why we got the background. We got America versus China. Because is this really a infiltration? Like, is this a Trojan horse? Is this some type of political plot? I mean, because we got an incoming president on Monday, January 20th, the inauguration, 47 coming into play. And does he really have a great situation with China? I mean, it's a lot of dynamics of looking at this, but a lot of people have made money off of this TikTok. And TikTok has grown a home or some sense of warmth to a lot of people. So I just want to get the take from the fellas to see how they feel about it. Anybody can hit the floor first that, have a take on what they think about this TikTok ban that's about to take effect. Well, let me direct.
Good evening. This is Just Talk Junior, and I'll give y'all my perspective of the TikTok ban. Over the past few years, people have been building a lot of content. We're some of the people that we're referring to. People have been monetized with this. Has been how people are making their bread now. That's how they're making their money, rather than going to an hourly job clocking in. Me and SG had a conversation where he was saying that he follows this young lady, and she had posted 6 or 7 times in like one day, and she's getting mad views, mad streams. So I'm just trying to see from the for somebody that's a consumer of it, and somebody also as somebody that's also using this platform, how this is going to disrupt that process. Whereas either you're going to have to switch to another platform to try to get your content out, and several other hiccups you'll have to work out along the way. The professor mentioned a few things about this company is based in China, and you know, I used to be a service member, so I know about foreign countries trying to push propaganda like how they did during the German war, where we were fighting Germany, and we were basically the world was at war. But they were putting propaganda to their people, saying, "Hey, this is going on. This is going on." But what if this is a terror cell that is infiltrated, where they're just trying to put out propaganda? Myself, I haven't come across any, but I'm not the only person that's consuming it, and I might have a broader view of what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at all topics, so I'm not gonna get all the videos that might possibly come up, and that's just my perspective on that.
So you think? So I just want to be clear. You don't think that when you're using TikTok that the algorithms doesn't say, "Hey, you like this video or you like this one. I mean, you don't think that TikTok is gathering information? MJ, I mean, I know you served. I mean, what you think? You know, you don't think that TikTok is trying to gather information on you?
Yeah, man. What's up with it, man? This is just talk MJ. But yeah, man, what I'd have to say up to that, bro, is man, yeah, they're gonna gather information just like any other app will, you know what I'm saying? And the messed up thing about it is we give these apps permission, you know what I'm saying? We give them permission for a lot of things just to use their app and use their product. However, it goes into a deeper story, man, where, you know, I guess what they on the surface level, what they're using it for is for, data transfer to see about advertisement and sell your information to markets or whatever advertisement or whatever. But I think it has a part to do with AI. You know what I'm saying? AI learning the way that people think, learning the way that people, do and the choices that they make. However, as my opinion goes on this TikTok ban though is man, look, man, people gonna do what they want to do, and I would say, you can look at it as like it's propaganda, but a person like me, I'd say, you look at things and you can let things drive you, but also you can let things pass right by you. You know what I'm saying? I guess it has a lot to do with what you intake and how you intake it, and should I say IQ level, or what I'm saying, or just put it like this on just on the surface level, man. I ain't just gonna let anybody just tell me any motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, okay, you put something in my face and I believe it and I'm gonna go right out and act on it. No, you know what I'm saying? You're too grown for that. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as them banning it, I would say I'm against that because that's against, we're going against free speech. You know what I'm saying? And people have a right to do that free speech. But if China is, trying to do some propaganda work or whatever, like I said, you stupid enough to fall for it, then that's you. But then also, like I always say, we're supposed to use our discernment, our spiritual discernment, to see what's real, what's fake, and how we do our thing, bro.
So Ziggy, I want to ask you this. I pose this question to you. Do you look at it like, we got a new president coming in? Do you think that he gonna be able to put a stop to this ban on TikTok? Because the ban is gonna take effect on the 19th. That's gonna be on Sunday, and that means if you go to your Google Play or your Apple Store, you won't be able to get TikTok. If you don't have it at this point in time. I mean, are you a user of TikTok? I mean, what has it done for you, Ziggy?
I mean, to me, TikTok is just an app that you can use on your phone. It can be a diversion sometimes because some of it can be fake news. A lot of people can alter videos and then post it, but at the same time, it's a form of entertainment for some people. And I feel like it should be up to the people, not the government, to just say what they can and can't do. Once again, the government is trying to take over and control people's lives like always. So with that being said, I feel like it should be a vote on it or something, or you know what I'm saying? They haven't tried to ban Facebook or Instagram. So why are they banning TikTok? I just don't get it. They haven't banned the new X that's supposed to be what it used to be
Twitter used to be Twitter.
Twitter.
Used to be
Yeah,
Twitter.
Twitter. So
Yeah.
now, so you see what I'm saying? They haven't tried to ban any of that, and you can do the same thing that you can do on TikTok as those apps. So I don't understand why it's a big issue. So it's got to be something deeper than the picture that they're not telling us. I just feel like I said, the people should be able to take a vote on it, or let the people decide if they don't want to use it or not. It just shouldn't be something that the government just all of a sudden just take away.
Well,
Yeah,
Skinny, speaking of his point, Skinny, and not to cut you off, MJ, I want to get Skinny's.
I just wanted to make a quick little point on that real quick, but go ahead though. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to address that in this regards here. Yeah, my man Ziggy brought up, the point of he don't see where it's a difference between TikTok and Instagram or Facebook or X, as we formerly know as Twitter, right? I don't have Twitter. I don't have Instagram. I don't have TikTok. I mean, even though it's a hot subject, very important subject, but the real question comes in for you, SG, is Do you look at it as this is a Trojan horse as far as TikTok, or is it just all fun and games?
Yeah, this SG, S from the West, you know what I'm saying? Look, we're gonna go ahead and break this TikTok thing down, man. The case been out for TikTok for a long time. We all know that TikTok is ran by the Chinese government. The Chinese government is not like the American government. Yes, of course, Facebook, of course, Google, of course, Instagram, of course, Amazon, and all these things listening to our phones and sending us ads. But the things are, these are American corporations. What we have with TikTok is a communist government that's an enemy of us, an enemy of our United States that's taking our
In,
information.
in
Taking,
Minnesota,
hold on. Let me finish, sir. Let me get my spiel. That's
yeah, go
taking
ahead.
our information, taking our sources. Man, how do y'all know they got a Trojan horse in there? How y'all know that they have their officials, our official kids, that important people that they can track their locations? How y'all know they got a Trojan horse that can blow up your phone with the hit the lithium battery and hit the code and blow up your phone? How y'all know that they can track you any step in the moment, man? We have a enemy of the state. That's why these people is trying to ban TikTok now. As commerce wise, as me as a free capitalist, as a libertarian, hell yeah, we need TikTok. Hell yeah, we want these people to make this money. Hell yeah, the lady that I told Junior about, she need to make her money. What I said. But hell yeah, shit, we need this money. But shit, do we need to be monitored by China? So if we're gonna be some motherfucking dyke hoes, they're gonna get fucked every way let's loose, or we're gonna be strong. So that's what we gotta do. And my prediction is they ain't gonna ban TikTok. They're gonna make a deal. Cause we got a deal as president in office. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? TikTok ain't going nowhere.
All right, interesting point. I would say very interesting point. Going into the relevancy of it is, you agree that you think it's a Trojan horse as far as TikTok, because it's a foreign entity. Like I was just trying to help you when I said enemy of the state, and I apologize
That's
for
what I said.
interrupting you.
That's what I said, sir. Trojan
Yeah,
horse. I mean, that means let
yeah,
me be clear. What I mean by that, that means that these people, TikTok is taking over your phone. It's
mhm,
monitoring all your data, all your transactions, your location,
yeah,
your facial recognition, your
right.
eyes, what you like. So we call it in hacking. We call it in hacking language, social engineering, or
Okay,
you know what I mean.
Well, look,
okay.
SG,
Uh, uh,
that's kind of what I spoke to. All these apps are doing that, though, bro. All
yeah,
these
but
apps are
but
doing
but,
that.
but and I
But
was going
I
to
understand y'all
elaborate on that.
concerned with China
But
having
but
information
but
like
but
that the other
all
apps
these
have.
acts
But
all
whatever.
these acts ain't a literal enemy of the state.
Okay, well let's break this down real quick. What your stance is that it's a Trojan horse, as I posed to you. The question is a Trojan horse. Now Ziggy, he talked about that it was an entertainment aspect to it.
It is.
It is. Is that exactly what it is? And that's the way you get the Trojan horse into you.
And
That's
that's
how the
that's that,
Trojans.
that no, look, that's the exact definition of a Trojan horse. When they brought the damn horse up in Troll and in Troll, where the fuck did this ancient story go? They brought a big ass ancient horse up in that motherfucker that was fucking the craft, and they had soldiers in that motherfucker to come out and kill people. The
Okay, well,
second definition.
I understand the city of
Great
Troy.
example. Great
Yeah,
example.
exactly. That's the reason why the words of Trojan horse is there. I mean, we can get down to the history lesson of what that story is about, but we're not doing that right now. What the point is, this is an analogy of saying, hey, is this a Trojan horse? To a degree, it could be.
We lost you, Professor. Where you at? Mic check.
You keep the grass high, you don't know if the snakes are approaching. That's why you keep the grass cut low so I can see the snakes as they're approaching. You understand? So, Junior, I just would like to, just talk, Junior. I would like to ask you, you know, are we missing a real point with this ban on TikTok? Like, I've heard some of the participants saying, it's entertainment, it's infiltration, it's both combination of a hybrid. And we talk about being adults. I mean, we're all adults. We're over the ages of 30 plus. But the difference is what are these children really taking from this TikTok ban, or the access to TikTok or the other social media outlets that they have access to because of lack of parenting or, you know, social events that they don't go to? What is your take when it comes to this TikTok affecting the youth, the younger generation?
Well, myself personally, I definitely feel that they spend too much time on it. Back in when I came up in the 80s and 90s, our desire was to be outside rather than inside. We were kind of upset when we couldn't go outside and go over a neighbor's house and hoop, or go down the street and play football, or
Real
go to
talk,
the park and play basketball. So,
Jacktown.
it's a shift. It's a shift in the way our kids are being raised. Whereas I have two sets of kids. I had a set of kids in my 20s, then I had a younger set. All my older kids, those kids wanted to be outside. They played football, they played basketball, they ran track and lifted weights. But with my younger children, they want to be inside. They would rather be computer driven, whereas they want to create games. And so I think it's just a shift in basically the society of how things are viewed now. They would rather be inside because I don't know if it's from the COVID that has created some possible PTSD where they don't want to be around people, or they're more introverts rather than extroverts. Some people can stay in that mode, man, where they were like, well, I done got comfortable just being at home. I want to work from home. And this affects some adults too as well. So that's what I think as far as what's going on culturally.
And I mean I agree to that. I think a lot of things that took place now in 2025 is a definitely exacerbation of COVID-19. But moving beyond COVID-19, what COVID-19 did for TikTok in particular, because we got to think about this, it started in 2017. What it did for TikTok was it created a different avenue of revenue stream.
Hey man, say man, when we speaking of these certain terms, we're gonna say stuff like the call for the jab, and you know what I'm saying. We don't want to get, you know what I'm saying, demonetized.
It's,
We love YouTube, and we want to praise our overlord and gods. We don't want to get banned.
Well,
yeah,
listen
yeah,
here, man.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
listen here. Why you on that same note, SG? We got a new president, man. All that stuff finna die, bro.
Yeah.
Facebook has made amends and apologized and went on Joe Rogan. They finna stop all that censorship, man.
Man,
That's
just
that's
talk
finna
about it, man. That's some real shit. Go on, get into it, man.
that's finna go away, bro.
Again. Listen, great interruptions on both ends. We're not trying to offend nobody, but the point being is what we're talking about is we have a First Amendment right. It's called freedom of speech, and what I'm
Well,
speaking.
look. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Professor. Did y'all see the Joe Rogan episode? That's what they were talking about when Mark Zuckerberg came on Joe Rogan. They was talking about free speech and everything, and how the government told them not to talk about the C virus and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they came out that the administration said, you know what I'm saying? They called them and cussed them out. That was the exact words, and said,
Right.
take these videos down. Now, is that free speech? And you know what I'm saying? They went through debate with our government, you know what I'm saying? They came before the government,
That's the
and
that's
sending
the
hearings and stuff,
Current
asking them about these
administration.
things.
get it. Hey,
Asking them about these things. Now we got the
hey,
CPU, we can't come to them. Now let's speak to what the fuck we talking about, nigga. It's
okay,
just
but stop, stop,
TikTok
stop,
getting
stop,
banned or not.
stop. TikTok is being banned only on a government level. Now, my take I haven't given, but now I'm gonna give my take on it, and I'm gonna say this here: entertainment is entertainment, but if you have an infiltration, a Trojan horse, or a systematic data analysis that is watching what everyday people are doing, and they can say, hey, let's create an algorithm so that we can influence them in a certain way. And that's a country that's outside of the United States. It's dangerous for the United States to even have that, but let alone another country. So we have to dial it back and understand some of the dynamics. Just Talk Junior talked about two sets of children, one that grew up in a different time frame where cell phones, smartphones wasn't accessible as they are now. The children that we have now are glued to the phone. Majority of people that are out here are glued to the phone. They lose their phone, they can't go to work damn near. And a man that can't go to work can't eat. Lose your phone, crack that motherfucker, and try to make a phone call, or somebody trying to call you, you can't answer the phone. What you gonna do? You might go into a damn panic if you don't have self-awareness or self-control, because it's not about just a TikTok. It's deeper than that. But the surface level is, what is TikTok going to affect? And just because we have a new president coming in, what he's trying to do is stall out with TikTok. Maybe use it as a ploy as far as tariffs. And we talked about the tariffs. If you don't understand the tariffs, we'll get into that another day. But sticking to the topic of this here, I want y'all to elevate y'all minds and understand this here. This TikTok has helped a lot of people. And when we had a pandemic global wide, TikTok exploded. Amazon exploded. All these industries exploded when it came to, you didn't have to go face to face. And I just want y'all to, expound on that a little bit. Ziggy, he got you on the forefront. Go ahead and give me a little take on that.
Yeah, it could be used as a way to
Oh my God.
start up something bad, but then again, it could be, like I said, there's something behind the closed doors that we just don't see the bigger picture. And for them to want to, just ban China things, and this could be a start of a lot of things. But if you look around the house, pretty much everything you got is made in China. So
Interesting.
how are we gonna fix that if you go to banning one thing and then go, or are you gonna ban paper plate? I mean, are you gonna ban plates, or are you gonna ban silverware? You gonna start banning,
He just mentioned tariffs.
phone? Yeah,
like Scribe, like Scribe. Like, I don't let the man cook, man. He going somewhere with this, man.
No,
Even,
I wasn't trying to interrupt him. I was just saying
that's a
tariffs.
good one
That's
too.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, taxes, even raising taxes on it. You know what I'm saying? Just, it's a lot of things that could come about with this, but I did lose my train of thought on it. But like I said, I can come back on it. But like I said, we just gotta wait and let it play out and see what's the bigger picture and how it unfolds.
MJ, since you want to chime in on them, go ahead, brother. Spit something.
Hey, bro. Give me liberty or give me death. How about that? All this infringing on my rights, on the Bill of Rights, when this country was founded on. Hey, come on, bro. I ain't with all that. You know what I mean? So, if you want to ban something that I use for my free speech, I feel like you're infringing on my rights. You know what I'm saying? Give me my rights and let me use my own common sense and my own knowledge to say, oh, that looked like some BS. Look at this. This don't look right. Also, if you living right morally, a lot of these things you don't even have to worry about. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm still, with all that said, I'm against a ban on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Give us our freedom of speech, like Mark Zuckerberg said. Don't come in there telling him what to ban and what not to ban, because when you call something misinformation, what is misinformation? Because it's all about perspective.
So
Misinformation is it's about what
I'm
you
asking
see
this
as
question.
misinformation. It don't mean that it's not true.
Let me ask you
It
this
could be
question here.
about it could be about something that you just don't like.
I get it. I get that. Let me ask you this question here. So, do you believe, because you have served, when the best interest is something that everybody is going to hate? So is it small increments? Because whether you like it or not, and whether I like it or not, we all like it or not. The Supreme Court has heard all the things that have been stated, and they still in agreement with the ban on TikTok. You feel me? So it's like, is it for the greater good, or is it for more control? That's a question that you elected, I elected, everybody that's there that's saying that, hey, I wanted so-and-so in office. And then when that person get in office, Junior, how you feel when they make a decision that you don't agree with? Junior, you sit there?
I say this to that real quick. This MJ, there's in our government there's supposed to be a system of checks and balances. So those are things that we're not supposed to be too worried about.
But MJ, have you watched the Supreme Court in the last? Because it's three levels to our government: judicial, right, legislative, and executive.
Mm-hmm.
So if
the Supreme Court sits on that executive branch, yes, sir.
Right. So if as someone will say to me, you're a Democrat, and I say no, I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm neither one.
You independent, or you go green. Which one? What's the other party? The third party, the Green Party.
Yeah,
what is
it?
Liberals.
It's you can say whatever party that's out there. There's plenty of parties that you can put out there. My standpoint is this: what are the policies that are in place for someone that looks like me, or that someone in the same position as me that's not in this top tier percent? Okay. And where are my policies at? And if we're not talking about policies, or we're talking about personalities, we're talking about no results, all those things doesn't matter. What we're talking about right here with the TikTok ban is that you can talk about the Republicans being against it or for it, but you look at our government and we have three phases: judicial, legislative, executive. All three are lining up. What else can you do? Whatever they line with, if they want to ban, it's going in.
Well, I mean, you know what you saying, man. What you saying right now? What we can do to that is vote. If you ain't voting right, like what CJ was telling us before the election, you can't be crying, man. You know what I'm saying, about what you didn't vote for when what happens after you vote.
No. The Supreme Court is a different animal.
You know, I understand that, man. The Supreme Court is elected. Those guys are elected, but they're elected by the president. You know, by that cabinet that's in at the time. Whoever is when one goes out, whatever administration is in, they select that Supreme Court justice. So I know these things, but at the same time,
no. You didn't watch during the 8 years that Obama was in office, right? When Mitch McConnell was over the Senate, he stalled out.
I could have sworn Obama got at least one in there, didn't he?
He got one. He got one, but he was supposed to have at least two or maybe even three. But he couldn't get nothing on the Senate floor because Mitch McConnell kept blocking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's deep. But hey, we be talking about
this Just Talk show, man. Look, we're gonna keep it short, man. Just a reaction, man.
Talk about that a different time. Yeah. Talk about that a different time. Listen, we enjoyed y'all. Y'all been along with us for this whole ride. Hey, y'all need to like and subscribe. We still looking for that 500 subscriber so we can have that $100 giveaway.
We on our way. We hit a landmark. We on our way. But we appreciate y'all. Y'all keep hitting the likes and subscribe. Keep hitting that sub up button. We got you.
Yep. Random. Right. Like, hey,
Stay woke. Gonna be a new country. We got a new president. We're gonna find out if we got fake news or real news going around.
Like the lady said, we can't talk about the fires that's going on in LA, but we can say we appreciate y'all for liking and subscribing, and we got they back. I got family in LA.
Anybody can get it. We ain't even tripping. You know this shit real. Put a mask on, the lights out. The lights out. I swear. You know this shit real.
get that notice.
South side to the west side.